YouTube, welcome back to another video. We are hitting part 5 of the 2JZ build series. Man, I'm super stoked for this one. Today we're going to be installing the rear main seal finally. We're going to be going ahead and putting on the upper and lower oil pan. Just make sure everything's tied up. We're about to put this block all back together, and then after that it's all head work. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. Behind me right now, as you can see, I already got the block. Everything is prepped. I mean, of course, still got to clean the surfaces before I put gasket maker on there. What we're going ahead and starting out with is going ahead and doing our rear main seal that we didn't get to do last video. Forget using these crazy ass little tubes here, man. I mean, something's better than nothing, but honestly, that shit is hard as hell to actually push out. So I ended up getting me some nice gasket maker here, some Permatex Ultra Gray gasket maker and stuff like that. Good for import and stuff like that. Got a good recommendation for that stuff, and got a caulk and gun, man, because I could not do that no more. Yeah, let's go ahead and get working on this rear main seal and go ahead and put it onto our block. All right, we'll see y'all on the next slide. Let's get it. All right, y'all, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and grab our gasket maker. We're gonna go ahead and go around this edge, of course, that groove. We're gonna go ahead and put it on inside of there, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing installed on the block. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. There we go. Put a little bit too much right there. Yeah, but it's all right. It's all good. I'm gonna kind of wipe some up. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing installed onto our block. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing installed into the block. Just as simple as it looks. Just go ahead and put her right on down in there. And you wanna line her up with the little dial pins that are inside of there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and install our bolts. Alrighty, guys, rear main seal is installed. Got the new bolts in there. Fully sealed, no issues with the seal at all. Look like that's sealed up pretty good. Yeah, now let's go ahead and start prepping this block and actually get it all clean so we can get it ready for the oil pump. And then of course we gotta put our little O-ring inside of there as well. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, gonna go ahead and put in our seal. Of course, I got a little bit of grease on my fingers here to go ahead and get the seal pretty tacky. That way it sticks on the block there. Alright, and then once that's done, just go ahead and put that right on in there. Fit perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and get some silicone or some gasket onto the pan there, and then we're going to go ahead and get it installed. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, silicone is all installed. Our block is over here. That's gonna be the next thing we do. Let's just go ahead and get this pan onto the block. Up next, we're gonna be throwing in our bolts into our oil pan. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Make sure, of course, when you have your bolts, just go ahead and give them a quick wire brush to them. Make sure there's no extra silicone or anything in the threads. But I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these guys in. So our long bolts are gonna go into the back of our oil pan here. If I can grab it, there we go. All right, and then you got the little guys. No fucking way. Whew, don't you love magnets? You little mother. All right, gonna go ahead and zip these babies down. Now the long bolts are gonna be a size 14, and then of course your tinier ones are gonna be a 12. So let's go ahead and zip these babies down. And don't give it too much torque, we're gonna be torquing these down. All right, those are all zipped down. Now let's go ahead and get these babies torqued. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get these things torqued down. Now the 14 mil bolt or 14 mil heads are actually gonna be torqued down to about 29 foot-pounds, and then all of your 12 millimeter bolts are gonna be torqued down to 15 foot-pounds. So I already have my torque wrench here. I already got it set up for 29 foot-pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and torque these 14 bolts, and we're gonna move on to the 12. So let's go ahead and knock that out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and double check over our work. All right, let's go ahead and get this 12 millimeter on. We're gonna torque the rest of these bolts. Now all the 12 millimeter bolts are gonna be at 15 foot-pounds. All right, that one's complete. Now we're gonna go ahead and prep our baffle plate. So we're gonna go ahead and get our baffle plate and everything in here, and then show you how we do that process. Alrighty, so obviously, of course, you're gonna go ahead and get everything prepped before you put any of the baffle plate and everything in. So of course, I have my gasket here that actually goes right here on the pickup tube insert here. This is actually gonna be the part number for that gasket. All right, in case you guys need that one. And then over here, we have all of our oil pan, baffle plate, and of course our pickup tube, and we got the oil level sensor and stuff over there. We're gonna go ahead and get that installed right now. obviously first up going to be, of course, putting in our gasket. If I can put it in, there we go. All right, so that one's on. Now we're going to go ahead and install our baffle plate. All right. Goes in just like that. And then obviously you want to go ahead and put the bolts right on in there. And then of course you want to grab your pickup tube. The pickup tube is just going to kind of fall into place and screws in right there. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get this in there. I'm going to go ahead and get the bolts all in there, and then I'll slide you guys to the next slide. All right, and then once you have everything torqued, you should be good to roll on that one. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put some silicone around the edge of the oil pan there, and then of course I'm going to go ahead and install it onto the block. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get all of my new hardware, douse it with some blue Loctite on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and get those installed. And that should be pretty much our last step. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get cracking. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some silicone and get this baby on. Let's go ahead and slap this pan onto the block. Let's do it. Dun 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 dun. Let's get it. Line everything up. Just like that, baby. Definitely a lot more silicone than actually needed, but let's go ahead and get some Loctite on these bolts and let's get them installed. All right, let's go ahead and get these babies installed. Oops. Too much Loctite on that one. It's all good though. Alright, go ahead and get a 10 mil socket and go ahead and zip these down. Alrighty guys, and just like that, we are fully finished with the bottom end. We got the upper oil pan, lower oil pan on. We got the rear main seal on. We got all the bolts torqued down where they need to go. And man, I couldn't be more proud than where we at right now. So obviously, I still got a few little extra things to do, like of course, plugging in sensors, getting a new oil level sensor and stuff in there. Of course, getting our crank sensor, everything kind of put together. All the little bits and pieces like the water neck and everything for the water pump and things like that. But as of right now, man, we got a fully built bottom end right now. Man, I am so stoked. Yeah, we've came a long way from just having a VQ in our car. Now we're just gonna go straight 2J. Thing is gonna fucking rip, man. Hopefully everything goes good with the rest of the install. But with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in another one. Hopefully we can get some more videos and everything of like the little minor stuff before my head and stuff gets done, and we'll kind of go from there. But I'm gonna catch y'all in another one. get some rest, and see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Bye.